Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War raid stream of raids week 24 day 4, and gosh, my voice is gone already. Too much Puzzle Quest commentating. Of course, Puzzle Quest HD remake ended up coming out earlier today. We've been playing that a bunch, probably be playing it a bunch throughout the week as well. It's coming in obviously soon, as we can tell by the timer. That says 6 hours and 47 minutes. So it is right around the corner, right at tomorrow's reset time. It's going to be an okay hero class. Has Perpetual Yellow Storm, has Cleanse, has Cleanse every extra turn, has Explosion every extra turn. Has a few things going towards it. I don't think it's going to outdo Bard, but we'll have to kind of mess around with it to kind of see. But I believe Bard is still going to technically be better. But I'll have to mess around and go from there, as far as if it is or is not. And other than that, we technically have no events today other than just doing our dailies. However, we got a lot of gems on dailies. We got a legendary gems and a rare gems, which totals out to 115 gems, or 135 if you count your at least minimum 20. So quite a hefty amount of gems. Might as well go grab those immediately, actually. Sounds like a pretty nice amount. Also, if anyone's still interested in joining a guild, if you could do about 1 million gold or so, we have been almost fully replenishing our guild. We're currently at 18 out of 30. So we still have 12 spots to fill, but if you could do about 1 million gold per week and you want to join the guild, we still have space left, so do let me know. We ideally want to try finishing, filling up before Tuesday, because that's when Guild Wars starts. So we only have like about 3 days left, though if we do miss out on this Guild Wars, it's not too big a deal. We'll just go from bracket 2 to 3, that'll be really easy to recover from. Hello Gustavo, hello Steve, welcome, welcome. Also, hello everyone. Hello Michael. Hello Isabel. Hello Tom. Hello Clarence. Hello Corin. Hello Captain. Hello Mason. And hello Stephen Gustavo. And now we get into gems. Gems of War gems. Actually, how many gems are we at right now? These days, I need to go double check. I believe we're burning through about 2,000 tomorrow. We are currently at, oh yeah, we could burn through 2,000. We're sitting at after we do those, we're over 27 we're over math. We're over 27,600. That's like 27,000 640, somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. But yeah, we'll easily still have over 25,000, even after doing the entirety of the class event tomorrow. Hello, Robbie. How's it been going? Pretty well. Yeah, I had a blast today with Puzzle Quest. The changes they made are really nice. The only problem is commentating it all loses my voice. That ended up happening when I played Puzzle Quest 1 as well and commentated it. It's hard to do those voices. Yeah, this hero class is really dependent on being level 70 for its value. Most of its value comes from, of course it has some things other than that, but a good majority of its value comes from Yellow Storm, which you could just do with Trait Stones. Cleanse every extra turn, which is done pretty easily. But the third big value thing that it has is level 70 for the 1 explosion every extra turn. Those are the 3 core things that make up the new hero class. As far as what will make it strong. So getting it to level 70 pretty quick is pretty important. Especially if you want to use it for next week's Guild War. You would definitely want to make sure it's level 70 before Tuesday. Hello, Haley. Welcome. Yeah, let me switch to a natural team. Let's use key team. Even though we got a legendary gems, I almost want to see a legendary deeds more than legendary gems. So that might just be my ridiculously large gem stack speaking. Because the gems are pretty valuable, obviously. 100 gems. But oh no, I feel like a legendary purple D task would be better than 100 gems to almost everyone. Maybe if it was a different color, it wouldn't be. But I feel like purple would be. Though in a way, I guess it's not in a way. Because if everyone gets purple, then technically no one's getting it in a way. At least in the case of like Guild Wars and stuff. Since everyone is getting the extra bonus. But for other content like delves and stuff, it would obviously help a lot. Delves, raids, invasions. Any game mode that isn't specifically up against a player. And if anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, just let me know. Oh, did stream just die? Stream just died. Right as I say that. There we go, we're back. Stream died for a second. Been liking to do that lately. It's something about Gems of War, too. I don't think it dropped a single time during Puzzle Quest. Anyone who watched the Puzzle Quest, did this stream drop at all during Puzzle Quest? I'm not sure why it likes doing it during Gems of War. I feel like the entire stream it didn't drop a single time. Yet now it just already dropped within like 7 minutes. Oh wait, why do I have 2 redeem codes? Oh, someone redeemed them for me. Oh, nice. These were my redeem codes from the Puzzle Quest stream. I was wondering, like, wait, how do I have 2 redeem codes already? That's where they're from. That would make sense. Yep, nope, don't click on those. Okay, next order of business. Let's go get dungeons, and then let's go do Warrens. Still been trying to progress through Warrens. Been doing pretty decent at it so far. Grab that down. Actually, now that I think about it, the new hero class might actually be good at Warrens. Warrens has yellow coloration. Maybe I'll try to find some kind of team that Warrens can run with it. Is there any good yellow troop that requires a storm from the new hero class? Infernus, Aquaticus. But there's those two. Trying to think of one that can kind of loop. So those are the first 2 that come to mind, are Infernus and Aquaticus. Particularly Aquaticus, since she doesn't normally have a storm attached. Let's see. I'm trying to think of one. I'm trying to think of a yellow troop that would benefit more from having Yellow Storm than it would from having +1 stats per turn. There surprisingly aren't that many. Yeah, Queen Zachi would be okay with it. They shared a typing, and she's basically like an Infernus. Well, not exactly, but pretty close. Yeah, Taloka would be too. Like, almost everything from the faction would be really good with the class. I ended up building a faction team with it earlier. It was the Nimbus Bow with Zachi, Taloka, and whatever that red-yellow that explodes a bunch are from that faction. Forget its name. Harpy Queen? Something? Harpy something. But I ended up building a team around those. Probably not the most optimal thing to use with it, but it seems to work. That's probably one of the first ones I'm going to be testing, because I'm actually going to be running it through the game mode itself, through the class event. Hello, Adrian. Welcome. Yeah, let me go double check what yellows actually would benefit more from from Yellow Storm rather than Bard. There's not too many that would gain more of a benefit from it. So, useless in this context. Would be better with, actually, I should probably just say one name. How about, oh no, let's see. How should I go about this? We should probably just call it, oh, now I forgot its class's name. Wow. Stormcaller. So I guess we'll call it Storm and then Bard for the other one. So useless in this context. Storm, Bard, useless in this context. Useless. Probably just easier to say which ones are actually for one, which, either Bard or, yeah, that'll be easier. Because a lot of these are going to be useless in this context. Either Bard or Storm. So, Storm, Bard, Bard, Storm, if you were to bother using that context. Bard. Bard. Storm. Obviously Storm. Actually, you wouldn't really bother with it. Bard. That doesn't mean Storm doesn't work for these. Bard. Where are all the good yellows? Gosh, at least in this context. Who else? Never realized there were so few options. We're only halfway through the alphabet, but still. No wonder why I don't use Bard. Technically, Bard, because it doesn't have any board clear. Storm. Definitely Storm. Anything that has like a direct boost ratio would be Storm for sure, rather than Bard. Bard. Bard if you're bothering to use it in that context. You know, like on a Guild War team for backup summon. Storm. Bard. Well, actually, this could go either way. Kind of like Infernus, where it could kind of go either way. But I'd personally say Bard for that one. Because you're probably already going to have a Storm on something else. So I guess if you had no other Storm, you would go Bard. That one definitely is Bard, though. Because no board clear. Is that the full list? I believe that's the full list, then. Oh, and Wrath, if you would bother using that context, would be used with Bard. And that is it, because you're probably using Skyla for your Storm anyways. Wow, I never realized how few troops are actually Bard viable. Yeah, the only really main ones then are almost from the kingdom itself. It's Taloka, because you need the Storm specifically. Zachi for the same reason that you need the Storm specifically. And that's really it as far as like absolute most optimal with Storm rather than Bard. Stormcaller, that is, the new hero class tomorrow. And the only other one that I might say is more viable with it is Aquaticus. And the main reason being is she doesn't have her own Storm, unlike Infernus. So she kind of needs a Storm somehow. So why not just give it a bunch of yellow? Obviously, Perpetual Blue would be a little bit better, but you would have to waste your entire slot for a Skyla. A Skadia, which you generally wouldn't want to do. Holy Saint Astra. Oh no, I wasn't saying if the troops were good or not. I was just saying which ones are Bard or Stormcaller viable. Like which ones you would use for which. Like, that list would be about 3 times longer if I was mentioning all the viable yellows. I was just specifically mentioning the ones that are viable with a, either Bard's, 1+1 all yellow per turn, or the, Storm off of Stormcaller tomorrow. But yeah, that wasn't by no means a list of all the viable yellows. There's plenty of yellows that weren't mentioned, like every single empowered one. They just don't really need Bard or Stormcaller. As well as several of the other ones I didn't mention. You could theoretically run it with it, obviously, but they don't necessarily need it for any purpose. What am I looking for right now? I like keep clicking into this menu because I'm like trying to do dungeons, but I already did dungeons. And now I'm going through like a talking loop where I'm doing the same thing over and over again, fail. But let me just go head over to, actually, let me go do raids. We haven't done raids yet today, have we? Let me go do raids, hand out a code, and then we'll go do delves. Also, we're almost done with raids. Guild is carrying me right now. We are still missing, wow, why? We are still missing 12 people. But it looks like we are going to be able to get them all done. Though, is it really worth getting it all done if this is going to be our loot? What is this loot? Why am I staring at 3 oranges right now? Triple orange. Let's go into the next battle. Or next 6 battles. $10 million gold or whatever we're currently at right now isn't too much gold. There's probably people that have over 100 million right now who are hoarding it for whatever reason. There's definitely at least some amount of people out there that have over 100 million. I generally like to keep around 10 million reserve, just in case I need them for factions and for just for backup, because you never know when a patch might end up needing it for whatever reason. Oh wait, I forgot. We need to wait for alignment on this, don't we? Also, I need to get my eyes back to being oriented with a Gems of War board. It's so weird, like, staring at a different version of a match 3 game and then going to a different match 3 game. Because the board looks so much different. Also need to get reused to the fact that we can use the L shapes again and T shapes. Or, you know, when they are in Puzzle Quest, extra turns only work if they're in a line. So if they're in like a little weird shape, like those little L-shaped things, they actually don't give an extra turn. Whereas obviously they do in Gems of War. Oh, that Valraven Baron Axe Keep. We haven't lost one yet. Or, you know, this time around. This event. I need a brown or purple here would be ideal. Either available. I can't even take it off of Sky either. Actually, yes I can. I could try for it right there. Didn't get it though. Oh, we got an extra turn though. I'll take it. I guess we did get it. Off extra turn off of Sky. I probably shouldn't cast this. Oh, we're still going to cast this. Good. We got a double. No extra turn though. But that has alignment, so we just won. We won. And he's dead. And it's still our turn. And we're right back at the same amount of sigils we started at. Yeah, that's the best benefit of this game. Though some people like having an ending and more of a structured storyline though. But the best part of Gems of War is it has no end. Whereas Puzzle Quest, a playthrough takes, depending on how you go about it, anywhere from about 10 hours to like 100 hours. Depending on if you're going like full-blown completionist or if you're just kind of just going through the game. Though an average playthrough I think would be like 20 to 30 hours of it. Though assuming you average 20 hours per playthrough, with 13 hero classes, it would actually take about 260 hours to play every possible combination for the game now. But how many hero classes there are. But yeah, I'm curious what their next project is, because they were pretty secretive about that. We didn't know about that until like a few weeks before it came out. The fact that the Gems of War devs were working on the Puzzle Quest remake. So who knows? Puzzle Quest 3! It could just randomly pop up in like next year or two. You never know. That'd be amazing. That, or maybe they're working on some kind of multiplayer game that we don't know about. You know, like an actual multiplayer game. Not like Gems of War, like single player / multiplayer. You know, it's like a single player game that has like multiplayer social elements, kind of. But it's primarily a single player game. Actually, now that I think about it, They never have made a multiplayer game, have they? They actually have not. I don't recall one. Every single game they've made is either single player or like Gems of War, where it's basically single player, but not exactly. Oh, that's not good. Well, at least it didn't die. And it should be enough to kill it back, right? No, it is not. We'll take that. We don't have alignment, do we? Probably too risky to go for. Though it does clear almost the entire board, so maybe for fun we go for it. I guess we go for it. We lose here, we lose here. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, and then we win. Did Galactrix actually have a actual multiplayer to it? What level Zugaf am I fighting? Pretty low. It's only at 280 right now. I'm only doing tier 4 right now for the event. So we're not doing anything ridiculously high for the event right now. And luckily the guild, some of the people in my guild are, so they kind of just carried us, which ended up working out really nicely. So thanks to them. Yeah, I just did the basic tier 4, which is pretty much what I always do for raids. You go tier 4 and then you use a blue orb to get it to mythic, the raid troop. That's the cheapest amount of gems that you can do while still getting everything for the event. Except for an emoji pack, but you can just get that at a later time. That's not really that big a deal. Though, there was one good emoji in the most recent emoji pack, the band hammer. But I can wait 2 months to get a band hammer. I did not have an immediate need for it. If I want it immediately, it's going to cost like an extra 300 gems. Actually, it's technically like 350 gems or 400. It's even more than that. Which is not worth it just for that. Is there somewhere online Guild War schedule to know what is upcoming? Is there somewhere online Guild War schedule? What do you mean by that? To know what is coming. Do you mean like an event schedule for what the guild related event is each week? I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to by that. But are you referring to like what typing each week will be? Like what kingdom raids is associated to, what type invasions will be associated to? Stuff like that. Because there is a link for that. It's this one right here. 1 second, I'm not on the page right now. Return to main page. Weekly events. Is that what you're referring to? Not sure if it is. I think that's the right link. What color is next Guild War color? Guild War is always all 6 colors. Unless you mean next color of Doom. Though I don't think we know in advance what color the Doom is specifically. Actually, we might. I forget which page specifically actually mentions that. But no, Guild Wars always has all 6 colors. The day order might be different, but every event of it has all 6. Unlike Tower of Doom, which only covers 1 each every 6 months. Or, you know, once a month, but once... It cycles through all 6 of them every 6 months. If you really want a banhammer, just, yeah. If you do that to Kafka, she will probably banhammer you. Does she actually banhammer people, or does she kind of just, like, joke about it? Because I know normally she's just kind of joking about it more often than not. Unless people, like, really push the line. I'll take that. Wow, this board has such bad alignments. I want to cast it, but I know it's going to backfire with how bad this board is. Can we use it now? Probably not. Though nor can he, so I'm actually going to do it. This might seem really weird to cast that just to get nothing out of it. because we did get literally nothing out of it, but it's because I wanted it for setup for the following turn. So we technically got something out of it, even though it didn't do anything on that one turn. It was just to set up the board so we could do all this. There we go. And it was kind of deliberate that it wouldn't hit anything, because that made it a less chance that they would loop on the AI team, which it didn't, so it worked out. Okay, let's take that for now. Oh yeah, we don't have Mang yet. Whoops. I was a little bit preemptive of his goal, but at least he didn't get it. I don't have Barrier yet, so I guess it works. Take that. And now we have to play the waiting game until that gets full mana, so we can take purple for it, take purple again, and hopefully we have alignment. Alignment, yes, no, maybe so. We're frozen on red now and brown. But I don't think that changes much. I might almost need to do what I just did the previous turn. Except this time I can't because of how alignment is. We're just gonna have to wait it out. Here, have a Mang. Actually, this Mang is probably overkill at this point, but here, have another Mang. Now we have alignment, and we won. And that's match. Oh, no! No! It's not match. I thought he had full mana. Apparently not. Whoops. He's one turn away from full mana. I started one turn early. Now we can win. And I believe that was our last battle, unless it was a Valraven. I don't think there was. That was it, right? Yep, that was it. And that's everything. There we go. There we go. So that's all of raids. Let's go do warrants now. Oh, let me go handle the code. I did say after raids we'd handle the code. And it was after raids, so let's do code now. Let's see. I believe it was this one. Copy. Check it. Paste. Paste. And it did. And just make sure I didn't accidentally skip one. I should probably check the one before it. I'm pretty sure we used that during the Puzzle Quest stream. We did hand out some codes during it. And I will be doing that during all the Puzzle Quest streams, handing out some Gems of War codes. But there's one for right now. First, use that same location as always, gemsofwar.com, read the game code section. Let me just double check this one real quick. I'm pretty sure I used it. This was the previous stream code. I didn't mark it earlier because I was doing the other stream. Oh, yeah, we already used it. Okay. That works. We'll just recopy that again then. There we go. Yep, no problem for the code, everyone. Okay, next order of business. Warrens. Hello again. Let's continue. So we're finally at 200. What do we want here? The one thing I want is we need to revamp this team. I think we're leaning towards just switching to Iron Gut. We can't run optimal Iron Gut, but we can still run a version of it. Iron Gut. Apothecary. Mountain Crusher with Titan. And Possess King. There we go. And banner is do we use a minus purple banner? It's the minus red banner options. Yes. No. You can actually do +2 green, +1 brown. That doesn't help us too much. I believe our best bet is still to go minus purple into +2 brown, +1 blue. And just run standard Titan. There we go. Alright, that'll be fine. So Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Iron God, and Possess King. We can't use Zugoff, right? No, because it's yellow and green. And Zugoff is red, blue, purple. So let's roll with this. Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, High King, Iron God, and Possess King. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd put Apothecary in second. You could run it either way. It really just depends on how you want to take our mana. Oh, that's a horrible starting board. Oh, wait, never mind. I didn't see that. It makes it slightly better. Because Possess King almost gets to like reset the board every single extra turn he does. Not the entire board, but a pretty good portion of it. Wow, this board's bad. Hopefully we have alignment somewhere now. And the answer is no. The answer is now yes. And now we won. Do that, get an Iron Gut. Start devouring these things. That awkward moment when he can never devour. Come on, Iron Gut. You got this. You got a 76% chance. You got a 76% chance. There you go. Now you have 100%. Now you can't fail. Unless you hit something as immune. There we go. What do the codes get you? A new car? Not even close. It's 1 treasure map, 2 gem keys. Or sorry, it's 1 gem key, 2 treasure maps, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold is what's in the redeem code. I need to keep remembering who has immune to devour or not. Everything on that team does not have immune. Oh, yeah, that reminds me too. We can use Titan stun for a stun if they have immune to devour but not immune to stun. The only real big issue with this team is there's no room for a curse. You normally have to put it over Possessed King, but we can't because there's no option. At least under current coloration, that would fit there.